Sacred caves of Crete and mysteries held there. Crete is full of sacred caves that were used for religious purposes from the Minoan era to the Roman period. In addition to the Ideo-Andros and the Dictaean-Andros, there are other caves that were considered sacred gateways to the divine. 1. Dictaean-Andros, the cave of the birth of Zeus, historical and mythological significance. According to legend, Rhea gave birth to Zeus here to save him from Cronus. It was a sacred center of worship from the Minoan period and later became associated with the worship of Zeus. Important archaeological finds include Minoan figurines, weapons, and sacrificial objects. Mysteries and rituals at Dictaean-Andron. It is believed that sacred mysteries were held in honor of Zeus where believers participated in rebirth rituals. Bodies of young men were perhaps symbolically buried and resurrected, following the motif of the mortal god who is reborn. It was a place of divination and healing where pilgrims sought guidance through dreams. To Eileithyia Cave, the goddess of childbirth. Historical and mythological significance. The cave was dedicated to Eileithyia, the goddess of childbirth. It was probably used from the Minoan period to the classical era as a sanctuary for pregnant women and women who wanted to have children. Fertility and protection rituals for women during childbirth were held here. Mysteries and rituals at the Cave of Eileithyia. Pregnant women would go to the cave and leave small clay figurines of babies as offerings. Ritual baths with water from the cave were probably performed to aid fertility. The cave may also have functioned as an oracle, where women would seek signs for the course of their pregnancy. 3. Melodoni Cave, the Cave of Souls, historical and mythological significance. In antiquity, it was a sanctuary dedicated to Talos, the bronze giant who protected Crete during the Minoan and classical periods. It was considered a gateway to the underworld, perhaps connected to the cult of the dead. During the Turkish occupation, 370 Cretans tragically died there when the Ottomans set fire to the cave. Mysteries and rituals at Melodoni Cave. Ancient pilgrims left offerings to the dead and asked for protection from spirits. Recordings have shown that the cave has natural acoustics that amplify voices, a fact that was probably used in ceremonies. Perhaps there were contacts with the dead through rituals, such as necromancy. 4. Skotanos Cave, the cave of the god of storms, historical and mythological significance. Dedicated to Zeus Skotanos, a form of Zeus associated with storms and natural phenomena. The ancient Cretans believed that here the god caused thunder and rain. Mysteries and rituals in the cave of Skotanos. It is possible that rituals of purification and protection from natural disasters were performed. Sacred vessels and figurines were found that indicate that the cave was a place of sacrifices and prayers for a good harvest. The otherworldly atmosphere of the cave may have enhanced the mystical nature of the ceremonies. 5. Trapezius Cave, the Cave of Resurrection, historical and mythological significance. It is located in the Zakros area, near the Minoan palace. The ancient Minoans used it as a funerary sanctuary. It is associated with the worship of Dionysus and the rebirth of nature. Mysteries and rituals at Trapezius Cave. The Minoans left bones and offerings to the dead, seeking their favor. There was probably a form of necromancy, where priests attempted to communicate with the souls. The worship of Dionysus and the rites of rebirth may have originated from such Minoan rituals. Conclusion. Crete was full of sacred caves where rituals were performed for gods, the dead, fertility, and natural phenomena. Some of these are associated with Minoan religion, while others were preserved as sacred until the Roman period.